Christmas shop for friends, and a donation center, as the idea of collecting necessities for foster families quickly spread throughout Sand Springs.
And my basement got overflowed with clothes.
Her dad offered a bigger space next to his refurbished computer business.
Sometimes they'll bring a bag or two, and sometimes I go unlock the door because they brought 12 boxes, which has happened just a couple of weeks ago.
Since June, the mother of 3 has collected more than $10,000 in donations.
I'm definitely up here every Friday.
Every bin full and toys packed tightly on shelves. With more than enough, the former teacher is opening the doors to any Sand Springs family in need.
I've seen children that come to school without a coat, without socks and shoes that, fit properly. And so that's where my passion kind of came.
As donations continue to pile in, Katie Acuna is happy her children are by her side. In Sand Springs, Katie Wisely, 2 Works for You.
And you can find out how to contact Sand Springs Care Closet by heading to our website, kjrh.com. Also, don't forget about a very special 2 Cares for the Community event. Join our Chief Meteorologist, Mike Collier, as we keep Green Country warm by collecting blankets and new gloves or mittens through January 31st. The donations will go to Family and Children's Services, and you can drop off items at any Jen Scripps Pharmacy, Mattress Firm, UniFirst in Broken Arrow, Route 66 Chevrolet, or right here at our Brookside studios.
Oh my gosh, you're serious.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Thank you.
Big hugs and a warm surprise just in time for a Tulsa mother of 2. She spent all summer and now this winter without a working heating and air system. 2 Works for You reporter Tony Russell shows us how the community is giving back to a woman who devotes her time to helping the homeless.
The Trannier family is one of 3 families that received a new home heating and air system. There are 2 in this home now to keep them warm through this really cold winter.
Sarah Trannier is a busy single mother who spends her day as a caseworker, helping victims of elderly abuse.
We're blessed to have a roof over our head and blankets, and the people that I work with every day are greatly a homeless population living on the streets without anything.
For months, she beat Tulsa's unforgiving summer heat, and now Tulsa's winter with an air system on life support.
So now you have proper heat and no more leaks. And
Oh my God.
We ended up putting in a 5-inch thick filter so we can clean all the dust and the allergies for the kids.
I don't know how you make it through. I mean, I guess we all cozy up in bed together, but it's important, and it's going to get even colder this weekend. So this is perfect timing.
She was nominated by her friends to receive a much-needed upgrade.
For me, it's part of our everyday lives. We do as much as we can to give back, and I love being able to give back to people that, deserve it and are really, truly in need. Yeah.
On top of the furnaces, Trannier got another surprise. A handful of other contractors wanting to pitch in to help finish a remodeling project.
You give a lot, so how does it feel to be given to?
It feels hard, but it feels like such a gift. Really hard for me to receive, and I am so overwhelmed with gratitude right now. Thank you.
Now Trannier can have comfort while helping Tulsans get back on their feet.
It's pretty touching, and I know that I won't sweat in the summer. That's even better.
In Tulsa, Tony Russell, 2 Works for You.
New at 10, an Oklahoma City family is heartbroken after a fire took their home and 2 of their beloved pets. Just days before Christmas, the family left to do some last-minute Christmas shopping. They returned home to learn everything was gone.
There's no words to describe what we saw. Our English bulldog was in his kennel next to the TV.
The family also lost their son's life-saving medication and machine for cystic fibrosis. The Red Cross is now helping them with necessities.
I felt like a zombie for the last couple of days. You take for granted the little things that you have, and when you don't have them, like a toothbrush, it was just so surreal.
A bit of good news you see here. Fire crews were able to save another dog and her 10 puppies who hid under the home during the fire. Breaking right now, 12 people have died, including a baby around 1 year old after a fire inside a Bronx apartment. Several others are seriously injured. The 5-story building is about a block from the Bronx Zoo. About 170 firefighters are on scene, and the Red Cross is handing out blankets to people stranded outside with temperatures feeling like the single digits. New tonight, an unlikely hero comes to the rescue after someone stole $250,000 worth of items from a warehouse. An Oklahoma City family lost 4 trailers and loads of renovation items, the most important of which was a one-of-a-kind trailer. But now they at least have that one back thanks to a stranger.
This is someone that really did need that reward money, got it, and so we're happy. We're happy that we could help.
Police have the trailer. Once Casey gets it back, she says they will have to fix it up again, though, because the crooks left it in bad shape. New at 10, a Tulsa woman arrested today after an ER nurse says the woman bit her at the hospital. The Hillcrest nurse says Candace Hendricks was belligerent and yelling at staff members. She and a medic tried to restrain Hendricks, but she bit the nurse on the lower arm. Hendricks faces assault and battery charges against emergency personnel. Developing tonight, after months of investigating a man suspected of sneaking drugs into the Tulsa County Jail, deputies used a SWAT team to arrest him today. Inside Jason Wood's house, they found dozens of guns and hundreds of rounds of ammunition and drugs.
That's alarming that there were that many guns in this house. Anytime you have narcotics trafficking going on in a neighborhood where you have the criminal element in there, a lot of guns, a lot of drugs, that's pretty dangerous.
Sheriff's office says Wood also admitted to running a narcotics trafficking ring out of his home and that he was a member of the Irish mob. New at 10, the Grand River Dam Authority is increasing their help to restore power in the U.S. Virgin Islands. The islands were devastated after 2 Category 5 hurricanes hit back in September. They plan to send 10 more employees, including electric linemen and mechanics, to the island. The crews should be there in about a month. The Trump administration is repealing an Obama-era rule that would have set standards on fracking on federal land. It comes one day before the new rules were set to take effect. Companies would have been required to disclose the chemicals they use in fracking and take a number of safety steps, but the Interior Department says the rule would be an unnecessary burden that would hold back oil and gas development. New tonight, President Trump and Republicans are beginning 2018 filled with momentum from their tax code overhaul. But the biggest issue facing them in the new year won't be infrastructure, immigration, or the opioid crisis. Their focus will be on getting reelected come midterm elections. The president's party tends to lose seats in Congress at the first midterm. President Trump's approval rating right now is in the 30s.
Republicans will be going into 2018 in those elections with a really kind of tough road ahead of them, given how broadly unpopular the president remains.
Presidents Clinton and Obama, by the way, ended their first years in office with an approval rating over 50%, only to see Republicans take control of Congress in 1994 and 2010. Right now, hundreds of sprint car drivers are gearing up to race for the Golden Driller Trophy. The first round of races at the Tulsa Shootout are in the books. More than 500 drivers will compete this year. For Brian Hahn, like many others, the racing tradition runs deep. His father and grandfather both competed here.